Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to In the Net Sports Complex for Central Penn Men's Baseball Senior Recognition. And today we would like to recognize 3 individuals from our baseball program. At first, we would like to introduce number 5, Marquise Broxton. Marquise has played 1 season for the baseball team and is pursuing a degree in criminal justice. He participates in the Black Student Union as well as the Activities Advisory Board. His favorite memory at Central Penn College is their win over Scotland Prep this season. Coach Stern states that Marquise brings positive motivation to the team in practice and at games, as well as some laughter. He is a reserve outfielder on the team and a great base runner. Marquise has been a hard worker in practice and is looking to finish the season strong. Ladies and gentlemen, number 5, Marquise Broxton. Next we have number 11, Gabriel Arellano. He is escorted by his mother, Amelia Garcia, and his abuela, Maria Mercado. Gabe has played for 4 seasons on the baseball team and is pursuing a degree in criminal justice. Another activity that Gabe has really enjoyed is participating in the Colleges Against Cancer. Gabe has earned the honor of being named this April's Co-Athlete of the Month. For his career, he has a .290 lifetime average, has 27 stolen bases, as well as 29 RBIs, and has scored 60 runs. One of Gabe's favorite memories from his time spent at Central Penn College was hitting a double and driving in 2 runs to give Central Penn's first ever lead at the Small College World Series. Unfortunately, he was tagged out for having too much fun. Coach Stern states, Gabe is an all-around athlete, playing center field, right field, first base, and as a relief pitcher. During the 2 years that I have been the coach, Gabe has shown that he is a team player and will do anything to help the team accomplish victories. Gabe is a hard worker on and off the field, and he wants to wish Gabe the best of luck in his future. Ladies and gentlemen, number 11, Gabriel Arellano. And next we have number 30, Camden Woodward. Cam has played 3 years for the baseball team and is pursuing a degree in business administration. On the side, Cam enjoys spending time with his family and close friends. For his career, he has a .240 lifetime average, has 15 stolen bases, as well as 22 RBIs, and has a career of 28 runs scored. One of Cam's favorite memories from Central Penn College is participating in the Small College World Series during his sophomore year. Coach Stern states that Cam has always showed determination to work hard and get better. Cam is the team's utility man, playing third base, shortstop, second base, right field, and even center field. Even though Cam might be off to a slow start at the plate this season, I'm pretty confident that his best baseball is in his near future. Ladies and gentlemen, number 30, Camden Woodward. And now, ladies and gentlemen, can we please take a second to recognize our class of 2019.
That was pretty good.
Very nice job there from Mr. Brian Christiana on the PA there. We're recognizing some of our seniors. All right, we're going to take a short break, and we will be back with you for game number 2 here at In the Net as Central Penn College takes on Clark Summit in the second game of a doubleheader. Central Penn were victorious 7-0 in game 1. So we'll be back. All right, back here with you. Tyler Coleman joining me on the call today. Professor Paul Miller here in the net game 2. Just got done with Senior Recognition Day. Marquise Broxton, Gabe Arellano, Cam Woodward, all recognized here. Tyler, welcome back.
Yeah, thanks for having me, Paul. Looking forward to another Knights victory here as they picked up a good win in the first game.
Beautiful afternoon here. 80 degrees. Some clouds moving in, but I'm not concerned. I'm also not a meteorologist, so we will play it by ear, as they say.
Hopefully the rain can hold off for another couple hours or so.
Well, Clark Summit falls after the 7-0 victory earlier today to 6-18 on the season. Knights pick up their 4th victory as they move to 4-8 on the campaign. As we wait for this game to start here, Michael Pico on the mound. Boy, was that an effort from Quentin Heckert in Game 1, Tyler.
And Quentin was on fire in Game 1, striking out 13 batters. I think Brian pointed out a stat that it was 2/3 of the batters he faced.
Almost, yes, because he would have gotten... I think what he was saying was if he would have struck the last batter out, that would have been 14 of 21.
Oh, very close.
All right, for Clark Summit, Lehman will lead off. Andreas Bailey will hit 2nd. Josh Knight 3rd. Ryan Clark will bat 4th. Noah Bailey will bat 5th. Dylan Weaver 6th. Spencer Probst will hit 7th.
Pico.
Samuel Vincent 8th.
Oh, I smell that.
Noah Barnhart will hit 9th. And Noah Bailey will be on the mound for Clark Summit. For the Knights, Michael Pico on the mound. Pico has started 2, has won 1, lost 1, does have 1 complete game. 8.31 ERA for Pico. And we're underway. Max Thorpe behind the plate. We've yet to see Max on the season. Little high for Pico there. Quickly 3-0 here for Lehman. And the walk. Not quite how Central Penn wanted to get started here.
I'll tell you what, that first game went by pretty fast. We'll see how this one goes.
Andreas Bailey hitting .289 on the season coming into today. 5 doubles, 4 triples, no home runs, 11 RBI, .366 on base percentage. High and tight there. Pico struggling to find the strike zone early on. Stern, a quick trip to the mound. Must see something.
Pico has yet to throw a strike.
Bailey went 0 for 4 in game 1. Hopefully Coach Stern calmed him down a little bit there. And Pico kicks and fires outside. 3-0 count. Can Pico get that first strike? Sometimes the first one's the toughest one.
There it is.
And he got it. Working him to 3-1 here.
Nice pitch on the outside for the first strike.
And foul, strike 2. Pico 7 straight balls, but does work the count back to full here. Big batter already early in this game. Runner goes, and that will be ball 4. Lehman up to second. Josh Knight up to the plate. No home runs, 11 RBI. Hit on base percentage of 360, hitting 282 on the season. Played all 23 games, and second on the team in at bats. So a key player for Clark Summit. Nice strike there by Pico.
Well, you got 2 early runners on here. How about a nice ground ball double play?
So the Knights, behind Heckard's 13 strikeouts, do take the first game of this doubleheader. As I reminded everybody in the last game, college doubleheaders only go 7. And the runners go again.
Double steal.
No throw from Thorpe. The double steal there.
2 balls, 1 strike, 2-1.
2-1 count with now 2 runners in scoring position. Big cut. 2-2.
He's still looking for the first out here.
Central Penn 4-8 on the season. We are from here in the net, Palmyra. Really cool complex if you've never been here. And he goes fishing for strike 3. Big strikeout there for Pico. Brings up Ryan Clark. Ryan Clark is hitting 382, leads the team. No home runs, 14 RBIs, and the 470 on base percentage. That said, Clark struck out 3 times in the first game. Can he make some contact? Heckard, I mean, you can't really blame him for striking out. Heckard looked great in the first effort here.
Well, another strikeout here would really help the Knights.
The pitcher, Noah Bailey, is going to be on deck. Nice off-speed pitch there from Pico, who's really working around this the 2 early walks to this point well.
Yeah, but on your point, I think Heckard's performance in Game 1 really plays big for the team in Game 2.
Well, confidence-wise, absolutely. Ball in the dirt there.
Balls, 1 strike, 2-1.
Pico delivers. That one's high. Count is 3 balls, 1 strike to Clark. And that one's gone way back. And that's off the wall. That's going to be a ground rule double and 2 RBI for Clark.
That ball really had some carry on it.
Oh, he's on second?
So Clark, 2-run double there. That was a heck of a shot there. Next up, Noah Bailey's hitting 244 on the season with 13 driven in. Two nothing already here, Clark Summit. Good pitch from Pico there.
Let's see if Pico can pitch around some early trouble here.
And Pico delivers.
Good ball, good ball.
And he hits him. Tough start for Pico. 3 walks and a double, 1 strikeout. And at this point, if he could induce a double play here, it wouldn't be too terrible with 2 in the first. But Pico's really got a battle to get out of this inning.
Yeah, double play would be huge here right now to get him out of the inning.
Good off-speed pitch there. Sort of looked like a slider. He also throws fastball changeup.
Heckard really shut these bats down in the first game, but Clark Summit's really coming alive now.
Big cut there. That's going to be strike 2. Dylan Weaver hitting 236 on the season. As a team, Clark Summit, 0 home runs, which I thought was interesting.
That is interesting.
2 strikes.
High and inside from Pico and almost hit him.
Inside, 1-2. Good ball, 2 strikes.
1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 in. Runner on second and first. We have Clark at second, Bailey at first. And that will be it for Weaver. His second strikeout of the inning. Spencer Probst, who we did not see in the first game, has only started, this is his 5th game of the season. 4 hits and 14 at bats, 2 RBI. Two down here, top first. Game 2 of doubleheader. Central Penn was victorious 7-0 in the first game behind 13 strikeouts from Quentin Heckard.
All right, Pico, you got this 1-3. Come on, live there. Come on. Wait on it. 5.
Sizable lead at second from Clark. 2 big strikes early for Pico. And I'll tell you, if Pico could get this one right here, Tyler, he could work himself out of this inning with only 2 runs allowed.
Another strikeout here would be huge to help limit the damage.
High and outside.
It certainly seems like a lively Clark Summit dugout over there.
Well, I mean, we've got a lot of fans here. There's got to be close to 100 people here in terms of fans. So
Yeah, this might be one of the games where we've seen the most fans come out.
absolutely. And that's going to go to second. Can Barr get to first? And the put out there, but not before. 2 runs come in for Clark Summit, and they get on the board at the top of the first. 1 hit, 2 runs, 2 left, and that's 2-0 Clark Summit.
All right, so I know Brian talked about this a little bit in the first game, about our Nightly News Media Club doing a fundraiser with Mariana's Hoagies. The hoagies are $7 and pizzas are $8. All proceeds will help support the Nightly News Media Club. If you are interested, please contact Paul Miller at paulmiller@centralpenn.edu. you sold a lot of subs so far?
Well, we just started last week really doing the fundraising, Tyler. I've sold 10 myself. So that's probably...
Wow, that's a good bit.
That's probably that's probably my contribution at this point.
Sweet.
All right, Heckard, Arellano, Graham will lead off the bottom of the first, quickly down 2-0. Is there some kind of rule against allowing Quentin to pitch both games?
That sure would be
Because
nice
the
if
way
it
he
could.
was dealing, it's too bad we had to take him out.
I think you guys stated it in the first game. Quentin pitched excellently in the first home opener here for the Knights. Back in that 35-degree weather.
Maybe he just likes this field. I don't know.
Hey, well, the Knights will take it.
All right, so Heckard, Arellano, Graham, Rosario, Rivera, Woodward, Barr, Thorpe, and Pico. All right, this is the first time we get to see Quentin hit today. Behind his 13 strikeout performance in Game 1, he's hitting .250 on the season. 8 hits and 32 at-bats. He's got no home runs, 4 runs batted in on the season. Also has contributed 4 steals. Noah Bailey on the mound here for Clark Summit. Bailey, a 10.5 ERA this season. 2 losses, no wins. This is his 4th game started of the campaign. Did get some contact there, but unfortunately not enough, and a quick strikeout of Quentin Heckard. Next up, Gabe Arellano, just recognized earlier in this broadcast as a senior. We do have 2 more home games that will take place on Thursday against Penn State Schuylkill, but our senior recognition night was today, and that was an honor to be here and be able to broadcast that.
He had 3 RBIs in the first game.
He's definitely been playing well and a huge piece for the Knights, and we are absolutely going to be sad at the end of the season when he moves on. Popped out. This is going to be a tough play, and it looks like it's going to go out of play there. Arellano, 306 on the year. No home runs and 6 RBIs.
0-2. 2 strikes.
All right, come on, Gabe.
0-2. Quiet.
Bailey kicks some fires, and that one's high.
I think Gabe could have easily been the player of the game for Game 1 if it wasn't for Quentin's pitching performance.
Well, and Rosario had, I believe, 3 RBIs as well. So, I mean, yeah, it's really tough in that situation who you want to go with. But unfortunately, just as Quentin had a shutout. I mean, it's pretty rare that you even see that. So we had to give it to him. And another pop-up. This one looks like this could be trouble, too. Unfortunately, the over-the-shoulder catch not able to be made by Lehman. Arellano stays alive, though.
All right, come on, Gabe. Way to battle. Let's go, kid.
2-2 count. Bottom one, 2-0 Clark Summit. 1 out. And the pitch. Way high. And that's going to move it full.
3-2.
Come on, Gabe, win the battle here.
After being in a hole 0-2, let's see if Gabe can get on base.
Well, it's the contact that he made. Even though they were foul balls, he was keeping himself alive there. Way high. And Arellano will walk to first base, which brings up Connor Graham. Now, in the first game, Graham, not his typical 4-for-4.
Did have 2 RBIs though.
Did have 2 RBIs, did reach base on an error. 1 for 3 in that ball game. Hitting in just an unbelievable 525 coming into today. And RBI 18 and 19. That's a chopper to short. He goes to first. And Graham legs out that single, moving Arellano to second. And quickly the Knights are in good shape, bringing up Chris Rosario.
Chris, let's go. Get those runs back.
Rosario 3 RBI in the first game. Looking to add to his RBI total here.
Come on, Chris. Come on, Chris.
Connor Graham now 19 RBI, while Chris has 15 RBI on the season. So they're battling for team lead. Runners go.
Hit and run.
Interesting play there by the Knights. They had a hit and run on there. Rosario fouled it off.
Come on, Chris.
Hey, no, you want it, you want it. I'd like you on this side. That's the help. One strike.
Come on, Chris.
Play.
Bailey looks in for the sign. And right back up the box, takes a weird hop. And guess what? Arellano not stopping. Graham to third. Rosario a wide turn there, but drives in a run. Arellano scores. Connor Graham to third. And Chris Rosario with a big 2 RBI single. That's 5 on the day so far, and still only 1 out for Jared Rivera.
Well, that was one of the things that helped the Knights pick up the victory in the first game, was a couple early first inning runs.
Rivera did have a sacrifice fly in the first game. We'd be fine with that right here. 2-1 now.
All right, come on, Jared.
Clark Summit with the early lead. Bottom one here from In the Net in Palmyra. Beautiful 80-degree day. Paul Miller and Tyler Coleman on the call for you here today. Tyler, it's a pleasure to have you back.
It's always great being here with you. Almost perfect weather,
Oh,
too.
I mean, there's really nothing that can be said here. We got some clouds rolling in from the west, but we shall see what transpires.
One ball, one strike.
Check over to first.
Come on, Jared.
And Rivera. That looks like that one's going to go out of play into the crowd. And it hit someone, unfortunately. Hope she's okay over there. One ball, 2 strikes.
So let's see if Rivera can get the game tied up here.
And Rivera, the rip to left. And that's going all the way to the wall. Graham scores. Rosario being held at third. And a double for Jared Rivera. Graham scores. Rosario to third.
Nice hit to get the game tied up, and the Knights still have runners at second and third now.
Only one down. Brings up Cam Woodward. We just had the opportunity to recognize him on Senior Recognition Day. This would be an excellent time for a base hit. Big cut there from Woodward, comes up empty. Two, bottom one. Hit it strong, but foul. I'll tell you, he had two different occasions where he gave it a ride, but unfortunately right at the right fielder in both occasions in game one.
Deep fly ball to right field would score the Knights another run here.
And that's right back up the middle. That should plate at least one. Rivera's coming all the way around. What a play! And he's gonna call him out.
Nice hustle. Good try. Good try.
Rosario scores there. Rivera thrown out at the plate. And Woodward gets the second on the throw. And it's 3-2 now, Central Penn. Christian Fulp.
Go, Cam.
That was a hard hit ball up the middle.
All right, come on, four. Come on, four.
And Fulp just foul.
Let it go. Two strikes.
Yeah, Christian laid down a bunt single in the first inning of game one, which helped the Knights score those two early runs.
Well, right, yeah, and he came around to score there. Fulp to right. It's going to be tough, but is caught. And that will retire the side, but not before. Central Penn with a string of 4 consecutive hits from Graham, Rosario, Rivera, and Woodward now lead at the bottom first, 3-2.
All right. So for the 5th straight year, Central Penn College earned the military-friendly school designation. Currently, Central Penn has 69 students who are either veterans or who are active in the military or National Guard. The Student Veterans of America Club is accepting new members. Students must be veterans or active military to join. For more information about the club, contact Student Success Coach and Club Advisor Dan Garisi at 717-728-2367.
Okay, well, Pico got a little run support here, so I'm sure that he is appreciative of that. We are here from In the Net today on this lovely afternoon for baseball. Paul Miller and Tyler Coleman bring you the call today. Brian Christiana called the first game. Also got Nightly News reporters Dylan Kleintop and our Nightly News photographer Andrew Day also here giving us a hand. All right, it will be the first time we've gotten to see Vincent today. Sam Vincent hitting .071 on the season, does have an RBI.
Kind of a shame Thursday's going to be our last day, last home game.
Well, on the bright side, if we do get that one in, Tyler, we will have achieved our goal of calling every home game on the year. So that's all we can hang our hat on. Big cut there for Vincent. Comes up empty.
It seemed like there were a lot of cancellations earlier in the season, too.
Well, I mean, when you're trying to play baseball the first week of March, I mean, that's probably going to happen. It's really tough to get these fields in decent condition coming out of that winter, too. Deep shot. And Sam Vincent, oddly enough, first home run of the season for Clark Summit from Vincent.
That ball carried a long way, too.
So a home run for Vincent, the first one on the season for Clark Summit. And that ties the game back up at 3 here in the top of the second. In steps Noah Barnhart. First start of the season. Came into today 1 for 2. Inside, quickly 2-0. The 3-0.
Yeah! To get on the base pass.
Pardon me, that moves the count to 3-0 now.
2 balls, 1 strike, 3-1.
I almost gave him a strike there that I missed. All right, 3-1 from Pico. And gets him in the ribs. And this is not what we wanted to see here, Tyler.
Second hit batter of the game, another base runner.
Second hit batter and 4th overall walk. And we are only just into the second inning. We have a run in, a runner on first, back to the top of the order with Lehman. It looks like that's going to be it for Pico. Pico got through 1 inning allowed, 3 earned. Is responsible for the runner on first, and Peyton Polleti on the mound.
Is this the first time we've seen Peyton pitch this season?
It does appear so. First appearance on the season for Polleti. Caught the first game, so you know he's got a good arm. So I'm going to be interested to see what Polleti's got here. Tie ball game here, Tyler, but we shall see. In the meantime, let's hear from you.
All right. So, Closer Look Weekend is coming up this weekend. Accepted students and their families are invited to attend Closer Look Weekend on Friday, April 26th and Saturday, April 27th. During Closer Look Weekend, students will have the opportunity to take your placement exams, talk to a financial aid counselor, and make lasting new friendships, and even tour our super suites. Registration is required at centralpenn.edu. Register today.
All right. The final line for Pico, 1 inning, 3 earned, 2 hit batters, 2 walks, 2 strikeouts. And again, he is responsible for Barnhart on first. We're going to go back to the top of the order. Lehman. And that's high and tight. High and tight for Polleti early. Beautiful pitch, but stroked into left. Graham comes up with it and is going to hold the runner. Barnhart over to second, and a single for Lehman.
Clark Summit offense is really coming alive here in game 2.
Stroke to left. Graham, a good play. And he does get the ball back in, but that's going to load the bases.
The Knights got to work themselves out of another early jam here.
We got Barnhart at third, Lehman at second, Bailey at first with so far this inning, a home run, a hit by pitch, and 2 singles here for Clark Summit. And that one's ripped to Rosario coming home. He's got a shot at first for the double play. Doesn't get it, but a good play nonetheless on the fielder's choice. No one scores, and we are still tied at 3.
Nice job coming home with the throw.
Rosario, not a natural third baseman. Excellent play there.
Close play at first, too. Almost had the double.
And Clark steps in. Clark hitting .382 on the year. One down. Here we're in the top of the second. 3-3. Pico has already been chased after allowing 3 runs. Now, since Barnhart's out, he's now off the hook and can't take the loss here.
Max Thorpe is really working hard behind the plate.
A little high. And a beautiful off-speed pitch there from Polleti. And that one's fouled off. Maybe it'll hit a car. We've gotten close.
Okay.
Not that we're rooting for that to
Close a couple
happen.
times last
We
game.
don't want that to happen, actually. Definitely a couple close calls.
More cars parked down
Well,
the road there.
And that's ripped to left. That should score 1. And Graham with an amazing throw from left. Only allowing 1 run to score there as Lehman crosses home plate. One home run this inning, that's the second run, and now we are at 4-3.
Double play ball would be huge here. A lot of pitches in the dirt so far.
Pitcher Noah Bailey here. 244 on a season. Does have 13 batted in. Can Polleti get out of this inning? And that one's high. Weaver on deck did strike out in the first. Bailey hit by a pitch in the first. And great call there. Polleti with an amazing fastball. Drives the count to 3-1. Another great pitch. Runs the count full.
Gurriel got it back to 3-2 now.
Still only one out, though. And that one skied to right. Arellano's, oh, he drops it. Does get an out of it. So I don't know that they're a whole lot worse for the wear there. It's going to be E9. Runner will score. And then Clark thrown out at second.
Makes you wonder if the sun came into play there.
Look at that majestic Viking out there.
Here we go, play. Ball.
Looked like a good pitch.
Ball.
Weaver struck out in the first. 236 on the year, 5 RBI. Vincent home runs, the first home run of the season for Clark Summit. A hit by pitch, a couple of singles, a fielder's choice, a single. We're now 5-3. Clark Summit leads Central Penn in the top of the second.
Looks like it might be a high-scoring game today.
Ump got that one in the back of the head. Hopefully he's okay. Weaver runs the count to 1-2 as Polleti kicks and fires. That goes to the backstop, and that's going to be a steal for Bailey. Noah Bailey, his 6th steal on the campaign. Now 2 runners in scoring position. And Polleti strikes him out. But that's not before some damage is done. Clark Summit's first home run of the season, and follow that up with a couple of more. That makes it 5-3 Clark Summit as we go to the bottom of the second, Tyler.
All right, so we got another Word Wednesday coming up. Don't forget that the Office of Student Life and the Office of Equity and Multicultural Affairs offers the weekly opportunity for students to have open dialogue about the hot topics of the day. Word Wednesday is held weekly in the Cultural Diversity Center from 12:30 to 1 p.m. Snacks will be provided for participants. All are welcome.
All right, Tyler, we are going to move to the bottom of the second. It does appear to be a slugfest. Central Penn's Michael Pico already ran after an inning. Polleti came in and got the final couple of outs, but he was also at least a little bit erratic. We have Freddie Barr, Max Thorpe, and then back to the top of the order for Quentin Heckard here in the bottom of the second.
I think this is completely different than what we saw in the first game.
Well, at least in the first game, able to make plenty of runs. We definitely moved it around a little bit, so I'm going to be interested to see if they can follow up here early on.
5-3.
Freddie Barr will come to the plate again. Got his first base hit in the first game. Did score a run on this young season.
Ryan, here we go.
Fouled off for the first strike.
See if the Knights can push across some runs here to get this game tied up again.
Barr with the big cut comes up empty. And 1, 2, 3. Struck him out swinging. Freddie Barr goes down on strikes. That'll bring up Max Thorpe. Thorpe just rejoined the team. And this is his first at-bat on the season.
My God, hold up. All right, here we go. Ryan. Yeah.
The catcher, Max Thorpe, his first at bat, takes a called strike one. Bottom two, we're here at In the Net in Palmyra for the second game of a doubleheader. Thorpe makes good contact there, but ground ball to first, and he will be retired with a 3 put out. Quickly 2 outs brings up Quentin Heckard. Heckard hitting .250 on the season, no home runs and 4 batted in. High and outside for a ball.
Even though Thursday is going to be the last home game for the Knights, we're looking forward to being here.
Oh, we will be back with you Thursday. You can tune in to our... And we finally got that car we were looking for there. Fortunately, it doesn't appear that anything broke. Probably just a dent.
Hit the side of the car.
But hey, at least that'll be good. Good laugh for later. To Tyler's point, we will be back on Thursday for a game, a doubleheader against Penn State Schuylkill. 2 o'clock start. Tune in to the Nightly News Central Penn College YouTube page. And I'll be here with you for the first game, and then it'll be Mr. Brian Christiana and Tyler for the late game.
Definitely looking forward to working with Brian there.
And that one goes to the backstop.
3-1.
Knights did win game 1 here 7-0. Behind Heckard's dominating 13 strikeouts across 7. And that's going to go through the hole. And Heckard takes a nice wide turn around first. Brings up Arellano. Arellano walked and scored in the first. And he'd love to get on base for Connor Graham. Arellano 306. No home runs, 6 RBI on a season, 2 doubles. What a shot there to left. That'll fall. And he does just that. Gets a single on first pitch swinging. Now, first and second with 2 outs for Connor Graham. A base hit here could score the speedy Heckard.
Right guy at the plate here. Try to push another run across for the Knights.
Keeping an eye on Heckard there is Bailey. Way outside there, but good stop by Clark.
Come on, Connor.
Bailey looking in for the sign. Keeping an eye on Heckard there at second. And Graham squanders the opportunity there. No runs on 2 hits and 2 left at the end of 2. It is Clark Summit 5, Central Penn 3.
Are you interested in pursuing a career in business, accounting, marketing, or communications? Central Penn College offers more than 30 career-focused programs in flexible class formats, including in-person, online, and hybrid courses. For more information, visit our website at centralpenn.edu. And also coming up this weekend, we have the Cabinet of Dr. Caligari. The Humanities Film Series has a special treat for you this spring, a rare showing of the 1920 silent film, The Cabinet of Dr. Caligari. The movie is considered one of the earliest and best horror films. But wait, there's more. A jazz trio will also be providing a live soundtrack. This is one-of-a-kind experience, and it's absolutely free. See and hear The Cabinet of Dr. Caligari on Friday, April 26th at 6:30 p.m. in the Capitol Blue Cross Theater.
Here we go, play.
Hey, on, 5 months, Prince. Attaboy, good eye. Come on, 5. Hit. I got it. Rainmaker.
All right, so foul ball there. See if Polleti can have a quick, easy inning here after a rough first and second inning for the Knights. Ball hit up the middle and unable to make a play on it. So another base runner here for Clark Summit.
All right, so now Vincent up to the plate, hit Clark Summit's first home run.
Hey,
5-3 here.
1-1.
Outside. And another shot to left. Graham comes in and makes the catch. 1 out for Vincent, although he certainly gave both of those a ride.
Both out to deep left field.
Up steps Barnhart, hit by a pitch in the second. He squares up to bunt, but does not offer there. Polleti, nice pitch there. Keeps an eye on Probst over at first. Barnhart.
Hold up, my time, my time.
Knights could sure use an easy inning here.
Quiet.
And fouls that one straight back.
Come on, one more. Come on, Peyton.
Seems like we lost the sun pretty quick there.
Yeah, it's not looking too hot. That's actually what I was dealing with in the half-inning break. Was about 30 minutes out from a pretty significant rain and thunderstorm.
Come on, pitcher, win this
So we are going to have to see what happens.
Come on, Peyton.
Big strikeout of Barnhart. That's the second out for Polleti. And we're going to go back to the top of the order for Lehman. Lehman 1 for 1 on the day with a steal and a walk and 2 runs. So a big game thus far here in game number 2. To go 2 for 4 in the first game. Looks like Polleti's found something here. Down 5-3 to Clark Summit here in the top of the third.
Quick inning here could certainly help the confidence level.
Big strike there. It's like a changeup from Polleti there. He's got a nice mix. He's got a fastball changeup. He's thrown some off-speed stuff as well. And that's going right up to Cam Woodward. Nice throw over to Freddie Barr for the putout. And that's going to end the inning. 1 hit, no runs, 1 left. We're going to go to the bottom of the third. Clark Summit 5, Central Penn 3. Tyler?
All right. Our spring OTA day is May 8th. This event is for prospective students who are interested in becoming occupational therapist assistants. Stay tuned for additional information. And also, did you know that Central Penn College, unlike some institutions, doesn't charge any type of fee for applying? It's absolutely free. Go to our website at centralpenn.edu to apply. Central Penn College Lancaster Center is a sponsor of the YWCA's 21st Race Against Racism, an annual 5K run or walk through a historic Lancaster. The race is scheduled for Saturday, April 27th at 9 a.m., starting in Musser Park. Lancaster is home to the longest consecutive running race against racism in the U.S. If interested in participating, contact Lancaster Center Director Judith Dutil.
Okay, looks like Chris Rosario is going to step in. Single and 2 RBI in the first. We are now bottom 3. Central Penn trailing 5-3. Though Polleti did get through that last inning very successfully. Rosario cranks it deep to left. It's going to go. And the left fielder falls into the fence. That's going to be a double. That was mighty close to a home run there for Rosario. And Rosario's hot bats continue.
That ball really had some carry on it. I thought it was going to be a home run.
3 for 4 with 3 RBIs in the first game. 2 for 2 with 2 more. 5 for 6 with 5 RBIs and 2 doubles. Sign me up.
Pretty good.
So Rosario, a quick double here as Jared Rivera comes up to the plate. Rivera doubled an RBI in the first inning. And that one just right in his wheelhouse. So close. Bailey's pitched well also. Inside. And Rosario, they're keeping him honest back there.
It's nice to see the Knights get a double there. I believe back in game 1 they had pretty much all singles except for what, one
Rosario's double
Yep.
in the 6th. Skied it to deep mid-range. And here again, I'm still confused on. I'm really confused on how that goes. That's the 3rd play now. We saw this in the first game, Tyler. That's the 3rd play that the left fielder and the shortstop really didn't communicate very well in the outfield.
Yeah, from my understanding, that's the left fielder's ball, unless otherwise called. But
I mean, it really does depend. There should be communication, I guess. I mean,
shortstop seemed to be going pretty far out there.
typically you want the guy coming in to make the catch, but it does depend on how deep it is, and that was sort of in the middle there. But hey, they caught it. It did cost them a run, at least 1 run, if not 2 runs in game 1. Something that they might hear about when they go back to watch this film. Cam steps in. He had a single in the first. 1 down, 5-3 Clark Summit here in the bottom of the 3rd.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we're off behind on. Exactly where we're at. Yeah, I know. I heard every morning. I work at my work.
And that one's high.
2 balls a strike, 2-1.
Well, hopefully we'll get lucky and maybe these storm clouds will keep pushing the other way here.
We shall see. If it's not one thing, it's something else, you know?
Yeah. Still much better weather than we had in the first game.
No question. 3-1 Woodward works the count too. Christian Fulp on deck. He got that one down and in. And Woodward now facing a full count.
3 balls, 2 strikes, 3-2.
Big cut. And he goes down on strikes, does Woodward. That's the 2nd out of the inning. Rosario still on 2nd for Christian Fulp. Christian lined out to right to end the 1st, but a base hit here would be huge for the Knights.
Base hit could score a run.
Very close there at 2nd. Bailey fires and Fulp pops it up. That's going to be out of play.
Thought maybe you were going to jump out of your seat and try to catch that one.
If I had a glove, I might.
Strike, right. Ball.
fires and delivers, and that's going right up the middle, but thrown out for the 6-3. Well, Rosario started off the inning with a double, but was stranded. No runs, 1 hit, 1 left. We're going to go to the top of the 4th inning. It's Clark Summit 5, Central Penn 3.
Are you interested in a healthcare career? Central Penn offers 2-year programs in physical therapist assistant, occupational therapy assistant, and medical assisting, as well as a bachelor's program in healthcare management. For more information, visit our website at centralpenn.edu. Did you know that Central Penn also has an esports team? The team competes in the Collegiate Rainbow Six Siege League and plays against other schools such as Dickinson College, Cincinnati University, and the University of Akron. If interested in joining the team, attend the weekly gaming club meeting on Thursdays at 4 p.m. in ATEC 306.
All right, as we move to the top of the 4th, Andreas Bailey, Knight, and Clark will be due up. Clark Summit leads 5-3. Polleti has settled in a little bit over the last inning. Andreas Bailey hitting .289 on the season, 11 RBI. 0 for 4 in the first game.
Polleti had a pretty quick inning last inning, so let's see if he can do it again here. Try to get the offense back at it.
Bailey, Knight, and Clark due up. Polleti fires. Just low. Just missed. 3-0 here for Polleti. And he gets that one. 3-1. Big hack. Polleti works it full.
3-0. Good job getting it back to 3-2.
3 balls, 2 strikes, 3-2.
I'll tell you, I'm impressed with Polleti here thus far. Oh, wow. Tough call there, but Bailey walks. Remember, Bailey has stolen 3 on the season. And up steps Josh Knight, .282 with 11 RBI on the season.
Seems like almost every inning that Clark Summit has had early base runners.
Michael Pico started this game today. Pitched 1+. Polleti has come in and has actually pitched pretty well here, though the Knights trail 5-3.
Polleti seems to have a quick pickoff move to first.
The bunt. All right. Thorpe. We have a strike there for Polleti. We have Thorpe throwing him out at second. Unfortunately, it looks like Freddie Barr has taken the worst of that injury.
Seemed to hurt his wrist on the play. But as you said, that was a strike thrown to second base there to get the runner. Nice to have Max back. I mean, heck, if
he had been around for the whole season. We could have seen this battery all year. Polleti's first pitching effort. Thorpe's first game. Trying to see how Freddie Barr's doing out there. We'll go to a commercial, Tyler.
Are you interested in pursuing a career in criminal justice, legal studies, homeland security, or information technology? Central Penn College offers more than 30 career-focused programs and flexible class formats, including in-person, online, and hybrid courses. For more information, visit the website at centralpenn.edu.
Looks like Barr's coming out of the game here. Always hate to see injuries. Baseball can be a brutal game. We're still waiting to see who's going to be playing second, but it looks like the DH, Quentin Heckard, has his glove. So it could be Heckard coming into the ball game. (5-3) here. We are in the top of the fourth. Remember, we will only play 7 here. Hoping that these storms pass us by and we can get this game in.
It's amazing how the weather's changed from game 1. It was sunny and breezy and got dark pretty quick.
And no wind. Now see, having to have our booth here behind home plate, the whole no wind thing is extremely helpful. Well, Thorpe throws out the runner. Barr got hurt.
Hey, Sam, what part of Michigan are you from? Sam.
Little banter between teams here. Marquise Broxton's going to come in and play second. So happy to see him here in one of his final home games.
On Senior Recognition Day.
So those of you who'd like to tune into Senior Recognition Day, you can go back to the beginning of this broadcast.
It's a nice little ceremony they had there in between games.
Looks like Broxton's going to right. Woodward's shifting to second. Fulp to short. And Heckard, Arellano will go to center.
One strike, sir. One strike.
So Broxton comes in and right. We have Arellano in center. Graham, Rosario, Fulp, Woodward, Rivera around the diamond. Polleti steps in to an 0-1 count. As Josh Knight bats, struck out in the first, reached on a fielder's choice in the second. And just a bit outside there.
2 balls a strike. 2-1.
2-1. And a little low. Polleti could have asked for a couple practice throws there. Definitely was a sizable break in the action.
Yeah, it seems to be a little
walks
wild now.
Get that back, guys.
So 2 walks to start off the inning, but 1 out thanks to Max Thorpe.
Caught stealing's looking pretty big now.
Ryan Clark up, leads their everyday players, and with a 382 average, 14 RBI. And that's outside.
One ball.
Clark did struggle in the first game, striking out 3 times, but doubled and knocked in 2 in the first, and then a single in the second. So 2 for 2 with 2 RBI thus far. All right, 5-3, top 4. We're here at In the Net in Palmyra on a, well, now cloudy day.
It's not raining yet, so hopefully it'll hold off.
And I suppose at least it's possible that it could miss us.
Ball's a strike.
2-1 count. Fly ball. Oh, another ball hit out of play. Almost hit another car.
2 balls, 2 strikes. 2-2.
Not a good day to be parked over there.
High, but should be playable for Arellano. Did unfortunately drop one earlier. 2 down as Arellano puts it out, which brings up pitcher Noah Bailey. And Bailey on 244 on the season, does a 13 RBI, leads the team in steals with 6.
All right, come on. Stay with it, babe.
Good. Take, kid.
1-1.
1-1 count. And that stroke to left. Graham on the catch.
Nice catch.
Well, that was an interesting inning to say the least, but Central Penn gets out of it unscathed. No runs, no hits, 1 left, and we are going to go to the bottom of the 4th. Clark Summit 5, Central Penn 3.
Central Penn's year-round accelerated schedule, composed of 4 11-week terms, enables full-time students to earn a bachelor's degree in 3 years. Fast-track your success with our accelerated terms. We also have Central Penn's 137th commencement coming up. It will be held on Friday, May 3rd at 7 p.m. at the Forum in Harrisburg. There's also free housing initiative. For the 2019 to 2020 academic year, Central Penn College is offering free housing to new students, both freshmen and transfer students who attend full-time and choose to live on campus. For more information, go to centralpenn.edu/free housing. Lost and Found, which is the 5th student-created play, will show on June 6th, 7th, and 8th at the Capitol Blue Cross Theater. Using their experiences and imaginations to create an original play, a group of students will work together to explore losing and finding things of great importance, including relationships, people, places, and themselves.
All right, just in time. Roxton enters the ball game for the injured Freddie Barr. As we go to the bottom of the 4th. Bottom 4, 5-3 Clark Summit. Second game of the doubleheader.
I know you can sing.
And Knights could use some base runners here. Try to get this game tied up.
Broxton could get on. He's certainly dangerous on the base paths.
See, he worked the 0-2 count. 2-2. He's scared to get on base, man. Stop playing, man. He's scared to get on base, man. Stop playing.
Be awesome to see Broxton reach here. And he hits it. And he's got some speed. And he missed it.
Nice. High throw, pulled the first baseman off the bag.
Broxton reaches base.
And he was busting it down the line.
And what's even more interesting about this is Broxton's speed here.
His first hit. There we go.
All right, first base hit
There you go.
on the season for Broxton. And can that start something here? Thorpe with Heckard coming up with Arellano and Graham. So couldn't we get something started here?
Early base runners are key here to try to get this game tied up.
Thorpe 0 for 1 on the day, flew out to the first baseman. And Bailey. Broxton goes, but
Hit and run action.
hit
there.
and run unsuccessful. I do like that Coach Stern's doing that, but why not just send Broxton there without putting the swing on?
I think Broxton could have had that base stolen.
I think he almost certainly did.
Two strikes.
And takes the strike 3 looking. That's for the first out of the inning. Quentin Heckard comes up to the plate, hit a single in the second. Bottom 4 here at In the Net in Palmyra. Bailey fires. There goes Broxton. And he misses it. And Broxton, he's going to get to 3. And he makes it.
That's what speed will do for you. So the Knights have a runner at third now with 1 out. See if Quentin can drive them in.
This would be huge for the Knights. Down 2 runs here in the bottom of the 4. Likes that outside corner.
I think you guys talked about that in the first game. They seem to have a wide strike zone.
Not necessarily wide. Just they must just be right on the black. Another
Seems that
strike
some of the
for
players don't
Heckard.
like the calls. I don't know if you saw any of the Mets-Phillies game last night, but Bryce Harper actually got ejected arguing
I did see
balls
some of
and
that,
strikes.
yeah. I did see some
Got
of that.
ejected from the dugout.
Well, I wanted to watch the game, and then there was a rain delay, and it didn't even come on till after 9.
Yeah.
Well, at least after 8.
2-2.
Sure you can see in your shot there the clouds in the background. And he just swings and nearly hits another fan. But Heckard stays alive. One down here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Heckard
Staying alive.
straight back, but still alive. A little low.
Well, Quentin could get on here. That would be some help because he has good speed.
So one excellent thing about our team is most of our players can run. 3-2, right to the shortstop, eats him up, goes to first. Broxton scores, and that makes it 5-4. Heckard out on a fielder's choice.
Brings the Knights a little bit closer now.
And next, Gabe Arellano, 1 for 1 in the second game. Did walk in the first, singled in the second. And RBI for Heckard. 2 down, bottom 4.
Oh, yeah!
Arellano. This is going to be tricky. All right, the put out there by the left fielder. And that will retire the side, but not before. 1 hit, 1 run, 1 left. At the end of 4, it is Central Penn 5, Clark Summit 4.
Women's Leadership Retreat. Central Penn College female students are encouraged to register now for the annual Women's Leadership Retreat. The retreat is a 3-day adventure, April 27th through the 29th, at Camp Hebron in Halifax. Students will hone their leadership skills, make new friends, and even enjoy horseback riding or a high ropes course. The retreat is led by Adrian Tommen, Megan Peterson, and a lot of extra special guests. Look for the link to register in Student Central or visit the Student Activities office.
I had to give you a little obstacle, if that's all right. Just in case it starts throwing.
All right, we're moving to the top of the 5th. 5-4. Central Penn trails Clark Summit. Polleti definitely settled in over the past couple of innings. In fact, walked 2 last inning and a single in the 3rd, but has not allowed a run since inning number 2. Still trail 5-4. Weaver struck out twice on the day. Swings again. Peyton Polleti pitching very well here, Tyler.
Very well. He started off a little rocky, but certainly has settled down and looking much better.
Well, has allowed 2 runs on 3 hits.
1-2.
Here we go, Dylan.
Calls the foul tip there.
There you go.
1-2.
And a ball there from Polleti. 2-2 count. Just a bit outside, and that's going to run the count full to Weaver. Probst on deck, followed by the Silver Slugger, Vincent, who hit the first home run for Clark Summit on the season. And that's going to pop him up right to Fulp at short. And a nice retires Weaver with the fly out to Fulp. Weaver goes to 0 for 3 on the day. In steps Probst. Probst 1 for 2 on the afternoon, had a single in the third.
Yeah, got to keep Clark Summit off the bases here.
And this is going to be tough, but it looks like Fulp gets that one too. Another fantastic play by Christian Fulp.
Very quick 2 outs.
Vincent 1 for 2 on the afternoon. Home run, 1 RBI.
This home run's the difference right now. Like
It absolutely is. Michael Pico, unfortunately, 1+ innings. Polleti's come on in relief and has really been impressive. I guess my question is, Tyler, where has this been all season?
Yeah, it kind of makes you wonder why this is his first appearance.
2 quick outs from Clark Summit here in the top of the 5th. High and tight. He's going to walk him. Third walk for Polleti here. Though if he would get Barnhart out, this would be exactly what's happened the last 3 innings. 1 base runner, but retires the side.
Ooh.
And a shot up the middle. What a play! Almost by Christian Fulp, just out of his reach. Arellano comes up with it, and Barnhart with a single. I thought Fulp came up with that ball.
Credit to Christian there. He really laid out for that. Good effort, though.
In steps Lehman. This is his 4th at-bat on the day. He's 1 for 2 with a walk and a steal. Singled and scored twice. This is a guy that would be great to get out here. 2 outs, runners at first and second for Clark Summit. And that, right to Fulp, across the diamond, nice pick, and he's out. And Christian Fulp, his defense helps. No runs, 1 hit, 2 left. We're going to go to the bottom of the 5th. It's 5-4 Clark Summit.
All right. The Career Services Annual Business Partner of the Year Breakfast will be held from 8:30 a.m. to 10:30 a.m. on Tuesday, June 4th in the Central Penn College Conference Center. This is a great way to network with students, alumni, faculty and staff, and even representatives from a wide array of businesses. This year's event features a bit of a twist, as we will also be honoring 2 students as interns of the year. The 2-hour event features a buffet breakfast followed by a full agenda, which includes a town hall meeting where the attendees get to learn from one another. You will have an opportunity to express your opinion on a wide variety of topics, or to simply sit back and listen to what others have to say. At past events, some employer representatives have been so impressed with the way our students presented themselves during the town hall meeting that they approached the students afterwards and indicated that they wanted to speak with them about joining the company. Look for further announcements and registration information as the date approaches. In the meantime, contact Career Services at centralpenn.edu or call us at 717-728-2467 if you have questions about the Business Partner of the Year breakfast.
All right, Tyler, like I said, we are going to move to the bottom of the 5th inning. Keegan Lehman is going to come on. By all metrics, the best pitcher on Clark Summit, leads the team in ERA, wins, 2nd in innings, tied for the lead in strikeouts, appearances, games finished. So this is not necessarily a good thing here for the Knights. The good thing is Graham Rosario Rivera 3-for-5. So we will see which one prevails. Only down 1 run. Connor Graham's going to step in, and he is 1-for-2 on the afternoon. Singled and scored in the first, and flew out to the shortstop in the second, ending the rally there. Off-speed pitch there to start off Graham. Graham again hitting over 500 on the season.
Video game-like numbers.
Over 1,400 OPS. Nearly hit the car. That did hit the car, actually. That's 2 cars hit today. I'll tell you, you got to take your life in your hands if you're parking over here by the field, that's for sure. Lehman outside. And fortunately, Graham still has 1 year of eligibility left.
Be exciting to have him back next season.
Must have caught the inside corner there. And the pitch outside. And Connor's got some speed too, so if he can draw a walk here after he's run the count full, watch out for him on the base paths. Shot to short. Should be a relatively easy play. And Graham is retired 6-3.
Easy play. Looked a lot closer there with Connor's speed.
There's no question about that. He's definitely fast. In steps arguably the hottest person on this field right now. 5 for 6 on the afternoon with 5 RBIs, including a single and a double here and 2 batted in the first. Lehman fires and fouls. We are bottom 5. Central Penn trails 5-4 here at In the Net in Palmyra. Gloomy skies in the background, but beautiful day thus far. And
well, hey, the rain's staying away, and that's what matters right
thus
now.
far, yes. It looks like it's just east of us and looks like it's moving through. Although I recall this exact same thing happened last time we were here. It clouded up real bad, and then we were lucky that it blew through, which is great. Rosario just lets that one go. And Allen's outside. So the 2-2 count from Keegan Lehman. And that one's going right to third. This should be a close play as well. Very close, but out. 5-3 put out for Rosario, which brings up Jared Rivera. Doubled and had an RBI in the first inning. 1 for 2 in today's second game. And to be honest, the Knights are slowly but surely running out of time here, Tyler.
Yeah, got to get some base runners here. You know, it's funny, in the first game they had all singles, but were able to push across 7 runs.
Clutch hitting. It's a very interesting pitch. Nice curveball in there for a strike. Came down sidearm there. He's got an odd delivery because he's not doing that every single time.
That kind of seemed like Chris Sale
Yeah.
pitching a little bit.
And Sale has a tendency to do the same thing. Sometimes he'll drop down a little further. I'll tell you what, this might be just a little bit before your time, but David Cohn used to do that quite a bit. He'd come over the top and then he'd come sidearm on other different types of pitches. Although to me, that would be tipping your pitches unless you're using different arm slots for different pitches, which also could be. And he strikes him out. A 1-2-3 inning for Clark Summit's best pitcher. And now we're going to move to the top of the 6th inning here. It's Central Penn 5, Clark Summit 4.
All right, so the Nightly News Media Club here at Central Penn College, again, is doing a fundraiser with Mariana's Hoagies. The hoagies are $7 and the pizzas are $8. All proceeds will support the Nightly News Media Club. If you are interested, please contact Paul Miller at paulmiller@centralpenn.edu.
Or you can certainly meet up with any club members as well. Any of the club members should be able to take your order as well. Money due on the 17th of May and for a May 29th delivery.
Definitely looking forward to that.
Certainly an impressive outing from Polleti thus far. Did allow 2 in the second, but since a single, 2 singles and 3 walks, and no runs, the most important statistic. I have a feeling we might have a new pitcher for the Knights coming up here soon. All right, well, Andreas Bailey to the plate, 289 on the year, 11 runs batted in. Today, reached base 3 times, scored 2 runs, has a steal, and is 1 for 1. Also walked twice. So this is a guy they really need to get out.
Yeah, getting later here in the game, got to keep the Clark Summit off bases. Can't afford to give up any more runs.
Bailey, the drive, Woodward, nice catch. And the fly out to Woodward, 1 quick out. Which brings up number 12, Josh Knight, hitting 282 on the season with 11 RBI. Had a rough day at the plate, did reach base with a fielder's choice and a walk, and is 0 for 1 on the afternoon. Central Penn, coached by head coach Robert Stern with assistant coach Phil Brown. And that's a drive to center, caught by Arellano. 2 quick outs.
There we go.
For Polleti.
Just what the Knights were looking for.
Good pitch right there for Polleti. Quickly, 0-1. And that's fouled out of play. Quickly, 0-2 for Polleti here. And I'll tell you, what the Knights certainly could use is to get out of this inning unscathed.
One ball, 2 strikes.
1-2 from Polleti. Ryan Clark, single and a double and 2 RBI here. 2 for 3 in game 2. He offered at that, but did hold up his swing.
3-2.
And Clark has worked the count full. High and tight. We'll walk him. But to be honest, he's not the worst person to walk here. He's by far their best hitter in average, leads the team in RBIs in almost every major category, 470 on base percentage. So if he's the guy you're going to walk,
Maybe kind of like a pitch around. And
I don't know that that's what he was trying to do, but it's not the end of the world there. Noah Bailey to the plate. He was hit by a pitch in the first, reached base on an error in the second, and was retired in the fourth with a flyout. 0 for 1 on the second game here this afternoon. And that one's given a ride, and that'll be a single. Graham gets it back in. First and second for Weaver.
Quick first 2 outs. Now Clark Summit has a couple base runners.
Well, Weaver walked twice and struck out in the first game, hit by a pitch, or excuse me, struck out twice and was retired. So on the day, he's 0 for 4. Did reach base twice. So again, basically any base but home here can get an out. We are top 6. Clark Summit leads by 1. First and second, 2 down here in the top of the 6th. And that ball gets away from Thorpe, but the runners do not advance, fortunately. Thorpe's played some nice catcher today, though. Nice throw, threw man out at second base, attempting to steal.
There you go.
Strike. And Weaver down to his last strike. Polleti sets and fires. And that's going to right. Broxton comes up with the ball.
Coming home.
It's coming home. There's going to be a play at the plate. And the single from Weaver brings Clark around to score. And that makes it 6-4.
Quick 2 outs, and just like that, they pushed another run across the board.
Probst steps up, singled and grounded out and flied out, 1 for 3 in this game. And there's a nice shot to right to Broxton again. And they got him at third base there. So Probst the single. Bailey scores. Weaver thrown out at third, and Probst will take the single. But Tyler, that's not before. 2 more runs score, making it 7-4 Clark Summit as we go to the bottom of the 6th inning.
All right, so for the 5th straight year, Central Penn College has earned the military-friendly school designation. Currently, Central Penn has 69 students who are either veterans or are active in the military or National Guard. The Student Veterans of America Club is accepting new members. Students must be veterans or active military to join. For more information about the club, contact Student Success Coach and Club Advisor Dan Garisi at 717-728-2367.
Well, I'll tell you, Lehman came in, as I mentioned last inning, he is their best pitcher in nearly every statistical category here. He came in and retired the side in order 3-4-5. I mean, to be honest, Tyler, I don't recall a time that we've been doing games that are 3-4-5 or retired in order.
Yeah,
So,
it's
impressive.
pretty tough to do there, but Now the Knights are even more in a bigger hole here, down 3.
7-4. So Woodward, Fulp, and Broxton due up here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Woodward 1 for 2 on the day, singled in the first. Tell you, we didn't really note this, but Christian Fulp made some fantastic plays since he's moved to short. Now, obviously, he's a great fielder because he's in center, one of our more athletic fielders. But boy, it's too bad we don't have 2 of him because we'd love to have him at short as well. Cam looking to bunt there.
I think Christian probably has one of the top plays of the season in one of the last home games we covered where he caught the ball and fell over the outfield fence.
Certainly a potential Gold Glover. Woodward, Fulp, and Broxton here, bottom 6. And let's just hope we can turn this order over and get back to Heckert, Arellano, Graham, and Rosario. I think that's the only way we're going to win this ball game here, is if we can get a couple guys here on base this inning and get back to our middle of our order. Unfortunately, they went 1, 2, 3 in the 5th. Nice curve ball. And Woodward reaches base. All right, Christian Fulp 0 for 2 on the afternoon, but some sterling defense, as we mentioned. Right down Broadway for strike 1. Woodward does have 4 steals on the season, so he is a threat to run. Fulp looks at that second curveball for strike 2, quickly in the hole, 0-2.
Christian had it laid down a nice bunt for a single in the first game.
High. Woodward kind of took a extended lead there. It's like he's halfway down to second. You do not want to get picked off here down 3 runs in the bottom of the 6th.
Yeah, they cannot afford to lose base runners right now.
Just foul, and look out in the dugout, Knights. We already lost Freddie Barr. We don't want to lose anybody else because they got hit with a ball. Yeah, it's funny. I play fantasy baseball, and Max Scherzer on Sunday wasn't even pitching, and I look and he somehow gets hurt. Well, he got hurt, hit and run there. He got hurt dodging a foul ball. Woodward goes in for 3. Christian Fulp with a single. And now we're in business. Marquise Broxton singled, stole a base, scored in his first at bat. His first hit of the season.
Could possibly drive in his first run here.
Well, like I said, at worst case, we really just wanted to turn this over so we could get to our 3-4-5. But ideally, and they were looking for a sacrifice there. Keegan Lehman was a little outside the zone there, and Broxton went for the bunt. Nobody out here in the bottom of the 6th.
Interesting call with the bunt.
I believe they think he's got the speed to beat it out. And he goes again, and no throw. So a steal for Christian Fulp. No one out. Second and third, 2 runners in scoring position. Knights trail 7-4. Beautiful curveball there from Lehman.
And 2 big runs sitting out there at second and third right now.
And Max Thorpe on deck, followed by Heckard. Unbelievable curveball there. And Broxton is down on strikes. Up comes Max Thorpe. Max 0 for 2 on the day. Made a wonderful play, throwing out a runner at second base earlier in the game. Second and third, a base hit here would be huge. Lehman with a slider there, it looked like. And Lehman kicks and fires. Fastball there. Thorpe just makes contact. Quickly 0-2.
And hit here could score 2 runs. So,
I mean, anything to the outfield, you'd think with Fulp's speed, I don't think that there's any question about that. But have to be careful to get. You don't want to have too big of a lead here. Lehman to change there. It looks like Lehman's got 4 pitches. Fastball, changeup, curveball, slider.
could be one of the reasons why he's one of their best pitchers.
And the pitch. And that's going to score a run. So I'm sure Thorpe will take the RBI. All right, so Woodward scores, Fulp to third, and a 6-3 put out. 2 down, and we turned the lineup over, which to me was so important. We do score. It's now 7-5. Still a runner, and I'll tell you that Christian Fulp, if he could score, making it 7-6 for our 3, 4, 5 hitters next inning, good luck.
Could have a chance.
Heckard 1 for 3 on the afternoon with a single. Pretty, I tell you, Lehman's got a very, very good curveball here. And he got him there. Like he looked like that was a slider.
Yeah, that pitch had some break on it.
So a 1-1 count for Heckard. 7-5, bottom 6, and we're going to go to the 7th here. Hopefully not soon. See, he came sidearm there on that fastball. When I've seen him come sidearm, it has been on that fastball. So again, I wonder if he's tipping his pitches here, but it's only tipping if the batter notices, right?
Yep.
And that's a shot to center. Is that going to get down? Yes, it does. Heckard with the single. Fulp scores.
Yeah.
And that makes it 7-6 with 2 outs in the bottom of the 6th. Arellano up.
7-6 with the big part of the order coming up.
Arellano 1 for 2 on the day. So that ball gets away. Looks like Heckard's going to make it to third on the error there. Arellano with a single, and now all of a sudden we're in business for Connor Graham. Graham has had a tough day. Couple of RBIs in the first game, 1 for 3 this afternoon, but boy, would a hit here really change things.
He stated he had a tough day. Well, a hit here could really turn that day around.
Certainly. A tough day by his standards. It's tough to keep a 500 average.
you go. Look at that.
Arellano with the steal and no throw. Because really, Arellano is the key here.
So now a base hit could potentially put the Knights ahead.
Started off with a walk. Fulp singled. They both have scored so far. And it's 7-6. Graham fooled on that one. Huge at bat here for Graham. 7-6. Knights trail Clark Summit, game 2. Knights won game 1, 7-0 behind Quentin Heckert's 13 strikeouts. And that looks to be out of play.
Still staying alive.
Nothing in 2 to Graham. And that's like a little cue shot, but this is going to be, just thrown out at first.
Play.
That was going to be a tough play, a great play by Lehman there for the 1-3 putout. And that will retire the side, but not before. 3 hits, driving across 2 runs, did leave 2, and unfortunately Connor now is out. But we're going to move to the top of the 7th with Central Penn only trailing by 1, 7-6.
So don't forget that the Office of Student Life and the Office of Equity and Multicultural Affairs offers a weekly opportunity for students to have open dialogue about the hot topics of the day. Word Wednesday is held weekly in the Cultural Diversity Center from 12:30 to 1 p.m. Snacks will be provided for all participants, and all are welcome.
Well, Polleti is done for the day. Did pitch 5 innings here. Did allow a couple runs, but boy, you got to give him credit. I don't believe that he even knew he was going to be pitching. Pico came in one inning. Polleti in relief with 5. And boy, you couldn't have a bigger spot to come in here than Chris Rosario right now for the Knights. Rosario has not pitched on the season. Looks like he's got some good stuff in warm-ups here. This is a heck of a spot for someone who hasn't pitched all season to come in leading only by 1 as we go to the 7th.
He's got a tough job now to keep the score where it is.
So some shifts. Polleti moves to 2nd. Woodward to 3rd now, has played 3rd, 2nd, and short in this game. Fulp still at 2nd. Bronxton, Arellano, and Graham. And Rosario, Rivera, and Woodward due up for the Knights in the bottom of the 7th. All right. Top 7. Vincent, who did hit the home run in the the 2nd. Barnhart, and back to the top of the order for Lehman.
Kind of interesting with all the scoring being done here. That home run's still the difference right now.
That's shocking, I know.
So we got
7-6, top 5. Top 7. Final inning. Remember, in doubleheaders, we do only play 7 innings, although if it's tied, we'll play more.
You know what would be nice to see here today is a walk-off.
I certainly would not complain about a walk-off.
You ever called a game that you've seen something?
We had a walk-off. I think last season we had a walk-off. I mean, even so, even in basketball, I mean, the amount of close games we had in basketball was really quite insane. I think we called like 6 games, and 4 of them were either overtime or one on a last-second shot. So it's pretty
Close
special.
games,
Yeah. Okay, Vincent steps in. 1 for 2, did walk in the 5th. High and tight.
That's a great eye there, kid.
Rosario definitely has some smoke on that ball, but it was a little high. Finds home plate for strike. Brings the count to 1-1. Huge spot for Rosario here. Beautiful pitch. Strike 2.
Really seemed to bring the heat on that one.
He's clearly, I mean, I guess I'm sort of surprised that he hasn't pitched either this year. If I'm not mistaken, I believe he did pitch at least 1 game last year.
Who is it?
High.
Yeah, we.
Ragazzo Bianco.
And Rosario's worked the count full. And strikes him out. Huge strikeout there from Rosario.
Nice pitch.
Hey, Marty, let's go, kid. Here we go, Barnhart. Hey, back 400 here, kid. Go, Walt Jr.
Oh,
Fouls that one off.
Am I supposed to like know? Hey Brian, how do
Barnhart hit by a pitch, struck out in the 3rd, and singled in the 5th. So he's 1 for 2 on the afternoon. Curveball there. That was a pretty incredible looking pitch.
looked like a tough pitch to lay off there.
Little upstairs. Two. Rosario deals. A little low. Runs the count full.
3-2.
And just a little low. Barnhart walks. And we're going to come back to the top of the order. Keegan Lehman, 241 on the season, 5 RBI.
Hopefully that walk doesn't turn too costly here. Trying to keep it a one-run game.
7-6, top 7. Central Penn will send their 4, 5, 6 hitters to the plate. Rosario low again. Just outside. You don't want to lose Lehman here. Bailey has reached base 3 out of 4 times today. Clark with 2 RBI. Got him there. Strike 1. 2-1. All right, that's going to get him to 2 strikes.
Need to getting out here.
1 out, 1 on. Top 7, 7-6, Clark Summit. In the final inning of action here in our doubleheader. Very lucky we haven't received any rain yet. It's been very comfortable. Another foul.
Well, the sun was peeking out there for about a minute. So, although it seems like the rain clouds have passed on.
Paul Miller and Tyler Coleman here on the call today. Way high. And works the count full again. Big pitch here for Rosario. And low. Ball 4.
So just like that, there's 2 base runners again.
First and second, Bailey up. Bailey's reached base 3 times. He's 1 for 2. Stole a base and scored twice. And hit by pitch. And Rosario walks. The bases loaded. And there is 1 out. With that 1 out, that does keep the double play in order, though. And Knight has really struggled today. Struck out in the first, reach on a fielder's choice in the second, reached on a walk in the third, and flew out in the fourth. So it's 0 for 2.
Apparently it's starting to rain a little bit.
No problem.
Bases loaded for Knight, and that hit him. Barnhart scores, Lehman to third, Bailey to second, and Knight with the RBI the hard way, Tyler.
That is certainly not what the Knights wanted.
And that moves it to 8-6, and still only 1 out. 4 consecutive walks. And that's popped up, but that's going to be a tough play. Arellano comes in.
Down. You're good.
Sack fly for Clark.
No.
9-6. Clark Summit, 2 down. And the Knights trail by 3 here in the top of the 7th. And that almost hit him.
It's going to make it a little bit more difficult now for the Knights to try to come back.
Ball there from Rosario.
2 balls.
There's another walk.
Bailey walks. Weaver up to the plate.
It's going to reload the bases.
One more out here gets the Knights out of the inning. And Rosario's got his strike. Just low. Rosario fires. Just high. 2-1 count for Rosario as Weaver struck out in the first and second, did single 1 for 4 in the second game here. Huge batter here for the Knights.
Got to try to limit the damage.
But on the bright side, Rosario leads off in the bottom of the 7th, the Knights' last chance. And there's a quick strike number 2, and that brings the count to 2-2. Very important pitch here. And that's a pop to center. Arellano tracking it, and he pulls it close to retire the side, but unfortunately the damage is already done here as 4 walks due in. Chris Rosario extends the lead for Clark Summit to 9-6 as we go to the bottom of the 7th. Tyler, what do you have for us?
All right. So our spring OTA day is coming up on May 8th. This event is for prospective students who are interested in becoming occupational therapy assistants. Stay tuned for additional information. And also, did you know that Central Penn College, unlike some institutions, doesn't charge any type of fee for applying? It's absolutely free. Go to our website at centralpenn.edu to apply.
Well, we are down to our last 3 outs here in the bottom of the 7th. Central Penn won 7-0 in the first game of our doubleheader with Quentin Heckard, 13 strikeouts. Really the story of the day is Peyton Polleti in the second game keeping it close, and Chris Rosario's got a chance to get on base and have a shot to come back and win this game. So Rosario, Rivera, Woodward, then Fulp and Broxton, if they can keep it going.
Need some early base runners here. Keep the lineup moving.
9-6. Knights trail by 3 in the bottom of the 7th. And he sends that for a ride. And it's caught by the center fielder. One pitch, 1 down. Rosario is retired. Jared Rivera represents our final 2 outs here. Rivera double and an RBI in the first is 1 for 3 in game 2 of this doubleheader. Outside, Lehman, really impressive here. And Rivera to short. And
nice
that
pick at first.
6-3 put out.
Knights down to their last out.
Cam Woodward on senior recognition day.
Come on, Cam.
Incredible pitch there. for a strike. Well, at this point, in terms of the Nightly News player of the game, Gabe Arellano reached base 3 times, stole a base, and drove in a run. You also certainly can consider Peyton Polleti, who came in through 5 excellent innings in relief. What are your thoughts, Tyler?
Yeah, you know, Peyton Polleti is a good choice because he really helped the Knights keep the Knights in the game there. He did give up 2 early runs, but really settled down after that. There you go.
And that will do it. Well, Quentin Heckard won the Nightly News Player of the Game for game number 1. We're going to give this one to Peyton Polleti in his first pitching effort on the season. Pitched 5 innings, 2 runs, but really stepped up after starter Michael Peacock only went 1 inning. So we're going to give Peyton Polleti the Nightly News Player of the Game here for game number 2. Unfortunately, the Knights fall to Clark Summit in game 2, 9-6. What are your thoughts here, Tyler?
Well, you know, the second game of the doubleheader here was a little tough. The pitching got roughed up a little bit, but you know, it was good that the Knights got the first game of the doubleheader, thanks to Quentin Heckard's terrific pitching performance. So we'll be looking forward to be back here Thursday.
And as Tyler mentioned, we will be back here on Thursday, same time, same YouTube channel. We'll be taking on Penn State Schuylkill in our final game of the final home game and our final broadcast for the Nightly News. Well, it was an incredible afternoon. We avoided the weather. We got to see a dominant pitching performance from Quentin Heckard, striking out 13 in game 1. Peyton Polleti, an incredible outing in relief. So it was tough there, that second game, but it was a good game, and we are very, very proud of our Knights. Well, all right, Tyler, I think that's going to do it for us here at In the Net in Palmyra. Knights split a doubleheader here with Clark Summit, unfortunately falling in the second game, 9-6. Tyler Coleman, thank you for joining me today.
Thanks for having me. We look forward to working with you again on Thursday.
Certainly, I look forward to seeing you Thursday. All right, so for Tyler Coleman, for Brian Christiana, Dylan Kleintop, and Andrew Day, this is Paul Miller, and we will catch you on Thursday as Central Penn takes on Penn State Schuylkill in a doubleheader, our final home matchup and broadcast of the season. We'll see you then.